Hello, my name is Laura Belch, and this is my final presentation for the Pathway course, Spirit Empowered Church and Acts 2 Ministry Model. And today I want to focus on what it means to be a true worshiper. Robert Weber, in his book Ancient Future Worship, says that worship should tell God's story. We invite God into our lives, but He also invites us to be a part of His story. He wants us to do more than just talk about baptism, communion, and songs of praise. He calls us to take part in these acts to honor Christ and to lift up the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So the question I ask is, are we telling God's whole story? We might not remember every detail of a sermon, but we sing songs so often that their words stay with us, and sometimes without noticing. So do the songs talk about Jesus and what He has done for us? John 4:23 says, "Yet a time is coming, and it has now come, when the true worshiper will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And they are the kind of worshipers He seeks, the Father seeks." God is present everywhere, and it can be worshiped at any time and in any place. What matters is not where we worship, but how we worship. Is your worship sincere? Everything we do in the Lord's name should share His whole truth. If we leave something out, we fall short. In the Old Testament, worship was focused on our relationship and obedience with God and our relationships with each other: rest, giving, sharing, and remembering and praising God. And the amazing thing is, in the New Testament church, these were also shared focuses of the same. So worship starts and ends with our relationship with God. He didn't need us, but He chose to reveal Himself, live among us, and close the gap between Him and us. We seek Him by letting go of our own plans and following His. Obeying Him is how we show our love. If you look at worship in the tabernacle and the temple, it used special furnishings that were designed by God. And if you look at things today, we have our own rituals and ceremonies that become part of worship. But worship is not just a routine. It asks us to look at ourselves, want to be close to God, and for us to accept His gift of the Holy Spirit and offer Him our obedience, confession, and trust. For worship today, our focus should include that our attention should be on God alone, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That we should engage with the Holy Spirit to help us as believers and the church grow. Believers should build a way of life that honors God in everything they do. And there should never be any doubt about who our worship is for. True worship happens every day. We put a lot of effort into our Sunday services. The right songs, talented musicians and singers, sound systems, lights, and even special effects. But worshiping God should be a part of our daily lives, a natural part of who we are. In our hearts, we should be worshiping Jesus every day. Romans 12:1 tells us, "And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all He has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind that He will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship Him." If we take those words to heart, then our true worship will come out of our hearts. It will be for Him, and there will be no doubt who we serve and and who is the king and glory of our life.